welcome back to Fire and Smoke, Blight and Bloom. We are Phillip,
Abby,
Blake,
Ethan,
Eric,
also known as Dungeon Master.
Odessa Vandiver,
Randolph Higdon,
Scratch,
Sleaze.
Last episode, the group of 2 foxes and 2 humans ran off into the woods to chase the assailant that shot Randolph Higdon after one of the foxes' sleeves brought him back to life with some kind of supernatural power. They ran and ran through the trees, over rocks, over creeks, up mountains, until the assailant ran headfirst off a cliff, diving off into the night below, presumably to their death. The gang stood around, talking to each other. The people talking to the foxes. The foxes could talk, they had a conversation, and decided they should, at the very least, before taking the next course of action, go and find the object that the assailant threw away into the woods back down the ridge. And that's where we find ourselves now. You all, before doing anything else, head back in the direction you came from to try and find the object that was thrown. Everybody can make an investigation or perception check as you do. And Scratch, you had like special stuff, right?
yeah, I have the Wanderer feature from my background. So I have like an excellent memory for maps and geography, and I can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and features that I've seen.
Okay, you can for sure make the investigation check with advantage.
Not perception.
You have advantage on perception because you're better sight.
Perception.
So what did everybody get for investigation?
18.
8.
19,
15.
What did everybody get for perception?
12.
8.
19.
21.
It's crazy. You guys both got the same numbers.
What are the odds of that?
1 in 400.
Math people, hit me up.
So Odessa, you and Scratch, the older fox, are leading the way towards the object. You're putting in place in your mind the trajectory you saw it take as it crashed through the trees overhead back in the direction you came from. As you're about to break through to the area where you think the object landed, Scratch, you hear something. You hear voices. 2 voices. Not very loud, but they are distinct. The voices are from a little distance away, just past some shrubs and bushes and branches that you can't really see through. Everyone needs to make a stealth check as you approach without knowing you're making a stealth check, just to see if anybody is being egregiously loud.
It's talking animals. I know it in my heart. It's talking animals.
Let me scroll over to my thingy.
It's an 18 stealth.
12.
15.
Got an 18.
Unfortunately, the only one low enough to not beat the passive perception of whoever these things are is 12. So, before they notice, I'll tell you, Scratch, as you turn your head to listen a little bit and try to see what's going on and are just about to tell everybody to hold on, stop, be quiet, you hear the 2 voices debating something. It sounds like they're in a little bit of an argument. It's soft and it's lower to the ground. You're trying to strain to hear it, and you're hearing you can't really make out the words.
Oh, it's talking animals. It's talking animals. It's talking animals. I can feel it. I can feel it in my heart.
Before you can try to warn the rest of the group to be quiet, Odessa steps on not a twig, but like a full branch, and it snaps with a low crack.
She would never.
She wasn't paying attention. Yes, she wasn't paying attention. The talking stops, and you hear something else now. You hear the cock of the hammer of a gun, and one of the voices says,
"Wherever you are, step out into the open real slow, like with your hands up."
Much louder, directed at you.
Can I try and wordlessly? No, see, my thought was I'm a fox, right? So if I just run through the woods as a fox, they'll be like, oh, it was just a fox that made the sound. But also there's no chance I'm going to make myself the only visible one in front of this person holding a gun.
So this is a good point to bring up, is that you and Sleeves have in your time met other animals with higher intelligence who can talk.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't necessarily formed friendships or relationships because the forest is a competitive and dangerous place and everybody's trying to look out for themselves. So you mostly see those animals, stay away from them. But if they saw another mutated animal, because they also all usually have mutations, they would know that you're of intelligence.
Forgot all my extra legs.
Your extra legs and your eye. I will say, however, there was one sound that they caught. They don't necessarily know that there are 4 beings outside of their view.
Well, then I'm going to wordlessly look at Odessa and like kind of like nudge my head, like gesture, like, go on, step out into the open.
Sleeves runs out.
Oh
my god. I was also gonna step up.
It doesn't have to be just one person. I was just letting you
I-
know.
I'll go.
I'll go out.
I'll definitely go.
So
All right.
everybody but Scratch.
After they all walk out, I guess I'll kind of follow, but
Just like shamefully behind.
yeah, like I know at this point I've tried to be sneaky and now it's not worked.
You all push your way through the branches and the brush, and you step out and look around but see no one. And then there's a sound that says,
Down, jackasses. Look down.
It is talking animals. My
as you
mistake again.
look low to the ground, you see a gun propped up, pointed vaguely in your direction, with 3 furry shapes around it, working in tandem to hold the pistol. It appears to be 3 small moles.
Oh, so they can't.
Gotta get them a
so they
trench
can't see-
coat.
Wait, I'm gonna take
They can't
all
see.
3
Can I
of
take a
them.
picture?
Hold on. All 3 of them are eastern gray moles with a few key differences that set them apart from the typical specimen. They're all small gray animals, only a few inches long, with sharp cylindrical noses and flat clawed hands. However, the one standing to the side of the gun doing the talking has a row of those claws protruding backwards from just above his brow over his head, like slicked back hair, kind of. One of the other moles, holding the barrel of the gun over her head with both hands, has enormous eyes. Where the others have tiny eyes, hardly visible through their fur, she has bright purple eyes about the size of grapes that are drastically enlarging her head. The last one is holding the grip of the gun by wrapping his elongated body around the handle, securing it in place on the ground, and reaching up to hold the trigger with both hands, prepared to pull it back.
I won't immediately take a picture of that. I won't do that.
Don't
You
scare
see-
them with your bright
To
light.
their best effort, the gun is still pointed at, well, I guess it might be able to hit the vitals of the foxes lower to the grounds. It is pointed at the legs of Odessa and Higs. The one on the side talking says,
Who are all of you? What do you want?
It's me, Sleeves.
Don't know sleeves. Never met you before.
Oh, well, we met at that one party at the forest bait area.
The way.
I want you to make a perception check with disadvantage. I'm sorry, deception check with disadvantage.
It is a 12.
Oh, these moles are so dumb. So dumb, please.
I don't think you were at that party.
Yes, I was.
Well, who are these guys then?
This is Scratch.
Okay, Scratch, a little bit on the nose.
Oh no, it's on his torso. This one is Gribs, and this one is I don't. What's your name?
The name's Odessa.
And my name's
Odessa
Higgs.
and Gribs.
It's Higgs.
No, it's Gribs.
I'm gonna
All right,
call you
all right, Gribs.
All
Seems like everybody else is saying Gribs. We are the moles.
Oh, but Scratch was on the nose?
Well, that's not my name. That's the name of the group.
So what's your name?
My name is Horns. Peep gave it to me.
Who's Peep?
I want you to take one guess about which one Peep is.
My money's on Long Body. Long Body over there.
That would be Snake.
So the one with the eyes isn't called Grape?
What's a grape?
I guess I see the issue. I guess Peep's fine.
What do you want?
And Peep says,
Yeah, why are you guys intruding on our meeting? Well, we'd like to join your meeting.
What? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we heard there's a party over here.
No party, a revolution. We have finally acquired a gun.
So how do you know what that is? And not a
We've
grape.
seen people use guns before. There are guns in the mountain. There's not grapes, as far as I know.
Just never seen anyone eat a grape.
Never seen a grape. I know of other food. There's the tall ones that grow on stalks, corn. Heard people call it corn. We've been around people, but we tend to try to stay hidden, just gathering information on how we could overthrow these monsters destroying the forests.
Well, we're not a part of those monsters. We want to stop
you
them
look
too.
like them.
And you look hideous. But
That's mean.
I'm gonna take a step away from the humans and try and like nudge Sleeves over towards me. Just kind of like, whoa, we're not with these guys. Bunch of two legs over here.
legs.
Hey, do you guys mind if I get a picture of you?
Oh, what?
A picture.
I'm shaking my head no. I'm shaking my head no.
A
Like-
pick. Sure, she has a pick.
You know how Peep can see things?
Yeah.
We can take a snapshot of that so other people can see the same thing.
I understand. No, it would be contrary to the movement to free the forest from the grasps of those with the cutting and the machines.
I think if people knew what was out here, they might want to stop.
If people knew that we were out here, they'd come down even harder, you moron.
I agree.
Yeah, screw this guy.
You people, the humans, you're afraid of what you don't know, like the forest. We know the forest. Yeah, we know the forest.
What if we could collaborate together to stop these people?
You want to go help us shoot the people cutting down the trees?
I
That's
w-
our plan.
we would love to join.
The plan is simple. We take the gun over the next few months. Over the next few months, because of how long it'll take us to walk with the gun, to the area where the loggers are cutting down the trees, and we tell them they have to leave or we shoot them.
What if actually we carried the gun because we could get there faster?
Nice try, bozo. Not getting your hands on this here gun. And he pats the side of it.
Well,
We've been waiting a long time to get our hands on one of these.
Yeah, we can't really go into somebody's house and take a gun because we can't reach the handle, and also nobody leaves their guns laying on the ground, but we finally got one. Our plan was that eventually we'd be given a gun.
do you know anything about the person who left this gun here?
When Peep says eventually we be given a gun, she means by the forest to help protect it. And the forest provided, as it always does, as this gun fell from a tree.
These guys have our gun.
Can I take my trench coat off?
You can.
I take it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is,
Continue.
is it a bit warm or?
Yeah, you know, we've been out here a while.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, a little bit of a muggy night. I
I
agree.
throw my trench coat over them.
I knew it!
They're gonna fire the gun.
Like you just dismantled their whole revolution.
But they're surprised, surely. They have no idea what's happening.
At this point, they have a readied action to fire the gun. They have a
But
ready
then
action to fire
it's at
the
our
gun.
legs, we jump.
The jumping will be worked out in terms of they have disadvantage on the attack.
Okay, sounds good.
Who was the gun pointed at? The gun was pointed at...
You said earlier it was pointed at Odessa's legs.
I said it was pointed... the level it was at was pointed at like leg level for you
Nice
guys,
try.
but vital level for
Nice
the
try.
foxes.
I'm at 1 HP. I'll
But surely
die.
when I moved me and Sleeves away from the humans, they
know what?
kept the train on the humans.
I don't have any reason to choose anyone over anyone else. I'm going to roll a d4. Higgs, you take off your coat, holding it casually, and then you try to, surprise, throw the coat over the three moles and the gun. Before you do, you see Horns, as he calls, snake, fire. And you see the guy who has the mole who hasn't talked yet pulls the trigger as the gun is pointed at Sleeves.
No,
No!
It has disadvantage.
he's just a little bean.
Sleeves, does a 12 hit you?
No.
The gun fires with an explosion that immediately sends Snake flying back as the gun carries with him with the recoil back a couple feet. And you see Peeps reaches up to grab where her ears are, even though they're again very tiny under her fur, and goes,
Is there a hole in the trench coat?
3 gunshot holes. Theoretically, I have 3.
Because they went, out your
I should
back.
have 3 actually now.
The gun fires off at Sleeves through the trench coat, tearing a hole in the side of it, but it misses and lodges in a tree behind you. Horns and Peep are covered by the trench coat. Because it was thrown back, Snake is not covered by the trench coat. He and the gun are on their sides, a couple feet behind.
Can I try to grab the gun?
You run up and pick the gun off the ground, and Snake goes, reaching his hands up without saying anything, goes,
You want some uppies?
I pick him up with my other hand.
Snake starts to squirm in your hand and claw at it with his hands.
Hey!
Does a 14 hit you?
Yes, that's my armor class.
Higgs, I'm so sorry. You're getting clawed.
That's
by a
just
little
true.
mole.
It's
It is going to
just
do
true.
so little damage.
But I'm at 1 HP.
I'm down to kill these moles.
I'll give you this. The damage is 1d4. The modifier will be -1.
Okay.
There's a chance that it doesn't do
That's
damage.
so sad.
What is it?
The claws ineffectually scratch at your hands, and they're not breaking the skin because you rolled
no
a
first
1.
blood.
You rolled 1 on the d4.
You're kinda
You
cute.
don't die again, and so it doesn't have to take another
he's at
level of
1 health.
exhaustion
Yes, I'm at 1.
to bring you back from the dead. But it
Gonna
might be a
maybe
good idea
do
to drop this mole.
Yeah, I'm gonna set him down on top of the trench coat.
You set him down on top of the trench coat. You see Peep and Horns are making their way out from under it, throwing it off behind them as they come up onto the ground, and they stand and say, "You fool! You've doomed the forest! How could you take the gun from us?" "It was our only thing we had going. Mostly it was just planning, and we never thought it was actually going to happen, but now we had a chance to save the trees."
Well, they do have a good cause, I guess.
Can I check how many bullets are still in this gun?
You take the clip
Oh no.
out of the bottom. You can see through the little slot on the side. It looks like 3 shots have been fired from this gun. There are 7 bullets remaining.
Well, okay, I got the gun. Now what, guys?
Can we have it back? We really need that. Please, please, please.
You see he clasps his hand
Aw.
in a begging motion.
Please, please, it was all we had. We were gonna go threaten loggers, and they were gonna leave, and the forest was gonna be good, and it was gonna be fine. All 3 of us been working together for so long, 2 months now on this plan.
I don't think there's any chance we give them the gun.
What is the lifespan of moles?
It can't be long.
I think longer than right now.
Yeah.
Do like awoken people get longer lifespans? Is that
I would say, actually, because you're asking that question, you've had this thought before. You have your memories from times before you had intelligence. Those aren't unknowable. You just didn't understand at the time. But as you always go back through and examine your own memories, you're seeing them with more context. Your parents had an average lifespan before they were killed, but they were already close to death anyways. You and Sleeves have been living for a couple years. You should be near the end of the average Red Fox's lifespan. It is not that long. It's a handful of years. And you aren't slowing down at all. You don't feel deteriorated. You don't feel like you're aging. You don't feel your bones hurting. You feel normal.
Please, please, can we have the gun back? Please, it was the only thing going for us.
I know you really want to fight the lodgers, but
Yes.
I think there are people way above them that we should focus on fighting, because the lodgers are just working for those other people. If we can stop the big people, then I think both of our problems will be solved.
See, Peep looks at you, really weird to make eye contact with a mole, but she peers up with her striking purple eyes, and she says,
But the ones at the mountains are the ones that are here. What, are we supposed to walk to Chicago? We can shoot the loggers and there will be no loggers. The company can't be here if there's no loggers.
I can't believe the moles researched where this company was operating from. So they're like, we know where the corporate headquarters is, but we can't go there. We did the logistics.
I looked it up on Google. They're in Chicago.
I mean, they're just gonna keep sending more loggers.
If we keep shooting them, they'll stop coming.
You're gonna run out of bullets.
Let me level with you. This
The
gun.
forest will provide us with more bullets, just like it provided us with this gun.
Mm.
Yeah, but it also provided you with loggers.
No, the loggers come from outside the forest.
Where do you think the gun is made?
Heaven? The trees?
That's kind of sweeter. Maybe don't
Trees
crush
made the
their
gun?
dreams.
The tree tops? It fell from the
Santa
tree.
is not real.
No,
What?
don't crush their spirit. It came from
Oh,
No, 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 no.
losing the gun.
The Easter Bunny? Not really either.
Whoa! Hey. But let me level with you here. This gun, we saw the guy, human, that threw it into the tree. The forest didn't give you the gun. That guy did.
That guy shot him.
Yeah, he killed me.
So that guy's on our side?
But he killed me. I'm on your side.
And you came from outside the forest.
I mean, he's got you dead to rights. What are you gonna say to that?
I can't argue with
I'm
that.
from the woods, the forests.
Well, you seem pretty down to earth, like we could trust you. Do you want to help us? So you just say you want to help us kill people? I didn't quite get what the message was. You on board or not on board with the killing the loggers?
On board with stopping everybody.
By killing the loggers?
We can give them the love taps.
Okay, I could be convinced.
Pete, don't lose sight of the goal.
Yeah.
We need to shoot them in the legs and then they'll leave.
We can scare them away for you and then take the gun and shoot the people that sent them here. Because we can go to Chicago. You can't.
Snake, what do you think of all this?
And you see Snake looks at the other two and shrugs his little shoulders. Doesn't say anything.
Man, a few words.
Yeah, Snake doesn't really talk. At least in the time that we've known him. We didn't know each other before we were mutated. We kind of came together afterwards. And Snake hasn't talked at that time, but he understands. I know he understands. You just answered my question. You saw him understand. This is something that's been bugging me for a while. I don't know if he can't talk or he won't talk. It's a little annoying, but there's only so many talking moles. I want to go kill the loggers. So what are you going to do, you know?
Well, maybe you just need to learn sign language and you can communicate with them. With like your hands.
He holds up his very flat, like mole hands are. They don't really articulate. They're kind of flat clawed hands.
You could get some simple words with those.
That's true.
If you like.
But he understands us. He doesn't sign at us. He doesn't. He just nods or shakes his head or.
Well, if you came up with some signs, maybe he could get some more words in there.
Sleeves?
Hello. Y'all have some sign language? Here. Okay. So this is A.
This is a lot right now. I was just gonna say that you seemed really nice when you introduced yourself, and you seem a lot nicer than that person.
And she points at Higs.
Maybe about as cool as that person.
And she points
That's
at
right.
Odessa.
That's right.
And that one seems mean.
And she points at Scratch.
I just wanted to know what your thoughts on everything were, because you seemed really nice, but it seems like everybody's talking over you. Do you want to be friends with us?
Oh no.
Well, why did you say so earlier?
Well, we were mostly talking to her because she seemed most on the wavelength of stopping the forest destruction. Are you on board?
I'm always
You
on
down with
board.
the cause?
I'm down for the cause. Yeah, I apologize for this Grips guy here. He's kind of an outsider.
Yeah, I don't really like grips.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a weird trench coat and he's kind of short too. Why does he have a trench coat that's longer than his body is?
Yeah, wait a second. You threw the trench coat at us. Oh, yeah, the gun. Give us the gun back.
Can I try to grab the trench coat? It's still on the
They're
ground.
standing on it, right?
I'm gonna try to yank it back.
They're gonna make a opposed athletic check with triple disadvantage.
Triple disadvantage.
Because they're moles.
That's true.
Okay, do you beat a 5?
Well, I have a -1, so I very well couldn't. Or I might not. Got a 7.
Whoa.
Just barely. Each it out.
Just barely stronger than the 3 eastern gray moles. You pick the trench coat up off the ground, running your fingers over the hole and seeing, yep, there's a full torn hole in your trench coat now, about at your waist level.
It goes with the ones on the back of the trench coat.
Yep. There. Yep.
You know what? Easy access. You just sit down on the toilet.
Gross.
It's insane. It's true.
No, we've lost the trench coat too.
Lost the trench coat. This is fine.
keeps going worse and worse. Oh, Sleeves, you have to be on our side here. Knock the gun out of his hands for us.
I hold the
What
gun
did you
above
say?
my head.
Friend, please.
Sleeves goes for the gun.
I'm holding it above my head.
Climb up Higgs's body. What do you wear under the trench coat?
Nothing.
Definitely suspended.
You get it. You
Nothing.
get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like pants held up with suspenders,
Yeah.
and like a button down
And
tucked
no
into your
shirt,
pants,
and no
shirt.
and button down tucked into
No
your
shirt.
pants. Please, Higgs, is there a button down?
Oh yeah, there's a button down.
There's a button down. Okay. You claw your ways up his
Coward.
clothes. You can make an opposed athletics check.
With disadvantage.
Sleeves, you have disadvantage.
It's a nat 20.
14 plus the modifier
It's
is
not dropping this gun.
15, I guess.
You try to knock the gun out of Higgs's hand as you fall back down to the ground, but he holds on with a firm grip.
That's why he's called Grips.
Oh.
I guess that's why he's called Grips.
I thought he was Grips because he's a camera operator.
Oh,
I don't,
It's
maybe
a
I should think
future
about
joke.
changing my name.
So you just tried to knock the gun out of your
Yeah.
hands.
That's right. Sleeves. What?
I
You
try my
just gotta
best.
play the friend card.
Yeah, I get that you want to be friends with them, but like they literally shot
You're
you.
the outsider here.
They tried to shoot you.
They were trying to shoot you.
Whoa. We fired the gun when you threw the coat over our heads. It just happened to be pointing at Sleeves at the time. No ill will towards Sleeves, our best friend. And he looks at Sleeves in the eyes, his fur covering his eyes.
Yeah. So we're best friends. He would never shoot me.
He still had the gun pointed at you.
He was aiming for you, and
that's true.
He's just very
I
bad
was
at
the
shooting
one
guns.
aiming the gun, holding the barrel over my head, and I was trying to aim for Grips here.
Okay, well, then they still try to shoot me.
Now, Grape, settle down, all right? Let's get back on topic and ignore what just happened and pretend that it didn't happen. So you're on board with helping us stop the deforestation.
Yes.
Make a persuasion check. You can make it with advantage.
Yay.
The big one.
It's about to turn this whole operation around.
That's 19.
Well, if you won't give us the gun back, then we're not going to be much use in the fighting. But if you have a goal for us, we could help you with something if you had anything in mind. Because other than that, we're just going to be hanging out, waiting for the next gun to fall from the trees.
Well, can you give us a second? And then we all like huddle.
The group backs up into a huddle away from the moles. You see the moles, just in spite of you, also go for a huddle, so it seems like they have something to talk about.
Can I listen in? Are they talking or are they just like huddled and like hoping something will happen?
You listen in and you hear Peep go,
We really feel like if you can talk, Snake, you should talk to us.
Oh.
Really useful.
That's so sad.
and it goes on along that line.
I regret listening in.
What should we make them do?
Now, I definitely don't think we give them the gun back.
That's
I
what I'm
agree.
saying.
That's out of the question, right?
I feel like everyone's against me on that, but that's what I've been saying.
Like, even if they could pick the right person to shoot, I don't know if they could shoot them.
I think they could give really good intel, right? They're just moles, but they can hear and they can communicate back to us what they hear.
They did figure out the Chicago thing. They're pretty good at that.
They know how to use the internet.
That's true. Someone has, like, at some point, we should also go check out the body that fell off the cliff, right? Could they go check that out?
Yes.
No, I bet they could actually.
While we're huddled,
Sleeves, gotta stop making friends with people. They actually had a gun and they were pointing the gun at us. It's just a bad time.
They're just not trained with it. We can train them. I know how to use a gun.
No, you don't.
Shh. They don't know that.
I think we shouldn't train them on how to use the gun. You just said earlier we shouldn't give them the gun.
Okay, yeah.
They're moles.
Could we get a second gun, a practice gun?
I mean, we could just get some sticks together, call it a gun,
Mm.
and give that to them.
I don't think they're blind.
I don't think they're smart.
If we could just convince Peep that it's a gun, then they'll think it's a gun, right?
That's a fair
Yeah.
point.
So you guys gather some sticks
Yeah.
together.
What have we got?
Can we roll
guys?
for arts and crafts?
All of you working together can do one sleight of hand check with advantage. Just one person roll a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Who's got the best deck?
I've
I
got
have
plus
plus
four.
5.
+5 to dex.
No, you take it.
20.
20 sleight of hand.
I think
I'm going to roll a little perception check on Peep's part with disadvantage because the moles are a little bit dumb.
Oh,
I
okay.
said
That makes
that.
sense.
That's true. Probably has good perception though.
You all break from the huddle and really quick gather some sticks off the ground, take a little bit of thread that you pull off of Higgs's jacket from the place where there's some loose thread for the hole where the bullet was.
It has to be done. It's okay.
Tie them together, make something that looks pretty much like the shape of a gun, just it's made of like twigs and sticks tied together. What do you say to the moles as you break the huddle and go back to talk to them?
We've decided you do deserve the gun.
You're gonna give us back the gun?
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna train you how to use it.
All right, things are going good for the moles. This is a nice development.
All right.
So where's the gun?
Oh, we're gonna give it to you. Just give us a second.
You need to take the training gun.
The training gun?
Yeah. We know how to use a gun better than you do. And as soon as you can get on our level, you can have the big gun.
The gun was really loud. My ears are still ringing powerfully. I'm catching about 60% of what everybody is saying.
Yeah, so the training gun won't be loud.
Grape, you're in the 40%, all right?
Okay. Take this little gun.
You hand the wooden gun over, and Peep looks at it, and she says,
This is a training gun?
Yes. Yes, you can use this one. And we have a little task for you to do.
What's the task?
Do you see that cliff right there?
The one back up the ledge? We know of it.
So the person who had this gun originally, who shot Grips, jumped
Who?
Grape.
Right, got it.
They jumped off the ledge, and we haven't seen them since.
So you want us to go look at the ledge or the bottom?
The bottom,
Bottom.
the person
The person
down there.
down there.
Yes.
Yes.
Can we bring Peep with us? This is great. If they didn't need Peep to see, we'd be poaching her.
Just grab Beep.
Yeah.
And then after, we want you to meet us at my house. My house is at the edge of the company town. And there was someone who was headed that way. And if you could please report what you see there, that'd be wonderful.
Okay. Can you point us in the direction of your company town? Because there's quite a few throughout the mountains. I don't know which one you mean necessarily.
It's that way.
You point in the direction of your company town, in the general direction of Slate Cut.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. We would move a lot faster if we didn't have to carry the training gun. maybe Grape should hold on to that one while we go look for the body.
That makes sense.
Right,
Yeah.
so
Grape could hand over the gun to one of the other ones, and he could take the training gun.
Okay, I'll take the gun. Yeah, hand it.
Yes, I'm picturing a fox holding the handle of a gun in his mouth.
I hesitantly take the real gun and I put it in Scratch's mouth.
Which side out?
Scratch.
The
Surely
trigger,
you're grabbing onto the handle.
I'd really like to hold the handle side.
handle into your mouth.
Okay,
so
thank
it's
you.
pointing outward.
Lightly bite down. You lightly bite down on the handle of this gun, and now scratch his gun.
And then I grab the training gun. I'll hold on to this one.
Okay. Sounds good. And if we do this for you, we get the gun.
The practice gun.
No.
We train you on how to use the gun.
And then we get the gun?
Yes.
I think we
Is
can
that the
get to
truth?
that.
No.
Oh.
Absolutely not
It
the
probably
truth.
shouldn't be the truth.
Make a deception check.
Blake, is there something you want to admit to us
I
now?
forgot that, my deception is +0, so it's not exactly
Do you have-
great.
Somebody could provide you advantage
It's
by
just-
being really convincing.
Just a 6.
I'm gonna nod really excitedly when they say
With the gun in your
yeah,
mouth.
if they say, "Are we gonna give us the gun?" I'm gonna nod.
Go
So,
ahead and roll again.
but after he says yes, because I didn't know we were gonna say yes.
It's just worse. I got a 6 total with advantage. It's just no. It's really bad.
Absolute worst case, we can just take off with the gun. They can't catch us.
Then they just don't do the task for us.
I guess that's true.
I saw double digits on that. I'm not happy.
Peep says,
Well, it seems like Grapes here isn't being totally truthful. We're gonna need some assurance. We want the magazine. Snake can hold on to it. He can head towards the company town and meet us there while we go check out the body. It'll take him longer, but we'll probably get there at the same time. Or at least half of the bullets.
I guess that's
Half
worth
of the
it.
bullets.
Give him 3 bullets.
Yes, half round.
Well, how many have been shot?
There's 7 bullets left in the gun. Okay.
you use your thumb to push out 3 of the bullets.
Yeah.
You hand them to Snake, who holds them against his chest. And you see Peep is going to make a perception check.
They're just the cutest little revolutionaries.
With a 19 on the dice, Peep says,
I don't know what you think about us moles, but I know how to count up to 12. There are 7 bullets I saw in that clip, and you gave us 3. We want 4.
Fine, just take it.
Push out one more bullet. You have 3 remaining in the gun. Snake holds 4 against his chest, and he starts waddling towards the company town.
Snake better make it and not die.
Oh,
If Snake dies, we
You
lose
see
4 bullets.
Peep and Horns both salute you guys.
And we salute them back.
You all salute them back.
Yeah.
I slew with the training gun.
The training gun against your head. And you see they say,
We will see you at the company town, and we will give you the intel, and then we will learn how to use the gun, and we're all gonna go kill some loggers.
all right, go team. And they start digging into the ground to go around the mountain down to the bottom of the cliff to check out that area. The moles head away, and you guys begin then walking towards the Holler that Odessa knows about. Is that right?
That is
What
right.
is the Holler? Sorry, I feel like I was too tired. I wasn't
So-
paying attention to something.
I think last episode we established that if you wanted a safer place to stay for the night, if you didn't want to go back to the company town immediately, Odessa used to live in a place called a Holler or a hollow in other areas of the mountains.
It's hollow. Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
I forgot it was a mispronunciation. Or a dialect
and it's
thing.
like, various cabins, a community of people that live along a creek or road in between, in the valley of a couple mountain ridges. I think you all find yourselves walking through the forest by the light of the moon overhead as you all make your way towards the Holler, with Odessa leading the pack. And I think you might have a little bit of time on the walk as you get there to talk.
So, Scratch and Sleeves. I pull out my pen and paper. How does it work exactly? Like, did you just wake up like this one day,
Yep, pretty much.
I mean, essentially,
and the next day, the day before was just totally normal?
just foxes. 4 legs, normal teeth.
eating rabbits.
It happened the same day for both of you?
Yeah, I guess it did actually. That is a little weird.
Yeah.
I assume it's something that you humans did.
Have you met others?
I mean, a few times.
I met the moles.
Yeah, right. You met the moles. Yeah.
There was a rabbit, and there was a wolf.
As you say, there was a rabbit. Like we talked about earlier, where you kind of go back and examine your memories from before you became awakened, before you got your higher intelligence. And you're being questioned for the first time really about how this happened. You can make a little insight or intelligence, or, if you have something else you want to throw out there on your own memories.
I can give you animal
Disagree.
handling.
I don't know that I would accept animal handling.
Well, I'm an animal and I'm handling it.
All right, or animal handling.
That's just crazy. Animal handling.
Burned that one early.
Disadvantage for that one.
It's a nat 20 animal handling. It's 26 total.
That's crazy.
Surely on a nat 20 animal handling, let me do whatever I want with an animal.
Bastard. It would have been a nat 20 if it was an intelligence check. I'm just going to have in my personal headcanon that wasn't animal handling, but whatever. Sometime in the days before, when you and Scratch you were still brothers, you were still looking out for him. You were just doing it in a instinctive way. You were hunting like regular foxes. You were living like regular foxes. And you killed at some point in the few days before the changes started to happen, before you got your higher intelligence, and soon after your mutations grew in without incident. You pounced on this rabbit that was sleeping in a den to get some dinner one day. And it was asleep, and you killed it quickly, going for the throat. Very brutal. And it didn't have a long time between waking from slumber and eternal slumber to do anything. But you saw when it opened its eyes, there was something different about them. And the sound that it made right before you killed it, you realize now it wasn't like this start of a squeak or something. It might have been the start of a word forming.
I mean, I guess if I'm thinking about it, we ate a weird rabbit back when we were just foxes that may have been like a talking rabbit. Guess I feel pretty bad about that one now. Oh boy. Oh, that's messed up.
Now that you think about it.
Sleeves, close your ears.
How do I close my ears?
Close your ears.
I reach down and I cover his
Thank
ears.
He covers it.
Yeah, so I guess that might be how we got it.
So, is it a disease?
Well, it's definitely not like natural,
But
but it was
you're saying
it was a good thing to have happened to us.
right. But you're saying it transferred from the rabbit to you and Sleeves.
Yeah, or it was a crazy coincidence, but that doesn't sound right.
So this has been happening for a while.
Well, we've been like this for years.
So maybe
Kind of think
he's-
of it. How old are we? Sleeves, you know how old you are?
I uncover his ears.
What are we talking about?
How old are we?
I turn 6 tomorrow.
Have you been
Happy
counting?
birthday!
Happy birthday.
Have
Tomorrow
you been
isn't-
counting this whole time?
I just made the birthday up right now.
You got to pick a day.
You don't have to pick a day.
Not like
No, you do. need
some
to pick
days
a
got to
day.
be your birthday. Doesn't have to be the right one, but
Okay, can I pick tomorrow?
sure.
That's weird. So do we got to do like the human thing, like get the weird bread?
Cake.
I can whip up a cake.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you? would
I
love some
don't
cake.
believe it.
You don't believe it?
Mm-mm.
No.
Have you looked at my bag?
If I learned anything about
What?
you,
Your
it's that
pack?
Yeah, I've got a bag.
Your luggage that you left on
Okay,
the.
my backpack. I got a backpack.
You did not
I
have a
got a
backpack.
backpack that I
You
took
do
in the
not
car 'cause
have
I
a
had it on me
backpack.
the whole time.
There's no backpack.
I didn't have it on me.
Higgs, make a satchel check.
Satchel check. That's gonna be
sleight of paw.
survival.
Slide apart.
Survival.
Sure, let's see if you grabbed your satchel.
That's a 17.
You don't have a backpack. Under your trench coat, you do have a small satchel that you keep your personal belongings in. You
Flour,
left
eggs, milk.
Some milk.
a box
Butter.
of
Butter.
instant cake mix.
Yep.
You left your larger pack that has like your clothes
And my flour.
and your other camera equipment and stuff like that. That's still in the car. It was just too heavy to bring on your walk.
Well, if we could get some ingredients, I could whip something up.
Oh wait, I handed the gun to Odessa at some point, so I can be talking.
Yeah, I can have the gun back, right?
No, I'm taking it.
No? Okay.
So why do you like cooking so much?
I mean, when I grew up, I grew up in the orphanage. I didn't have much provided for me, so I had to learn some skills. And then when my boss Jove, when he gave me the job at the paper, became a journalist, and it becomes easier to get information from people if you bring them a little something. So, been doing it for a while.
I really need to tell you something about Jove.
Jove, is he okay?
I'm sorry, who's Jove?
Jove, my boss. He sent me.
Boss.
It's like you with sleeves. You're
Okay,
like his
all
boss.
right, yeah, you got like a big brother.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
He's kind of like a father to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I don't know who he is.
What? Odessa was lying.
So, you're just taking advantage of me?
The whole company is taking advantage of everyone, and I was desperate to get someone to report on it. Would you still be willing to do that?
Of course. I mean, now that I've seen what's happening here, I had hoped that's what Jove wanted me to do, but I guess I can do both.
Since you saved my life, I thought I owed it to you to tell you the truth.
You tried to catch the guy that killed me, so had to repay the favor.
Truce?
Yeah, cheers.
I offer a paw.
I hand you the training gun.
No, I'm trying to shake your hand.
Give me paw.
I give him.
Wow, we're such a good team. What should we name ourselves?
I don't think we have to name ourselves.
Well, the moles that we met, they called themselves
They
the moles.
called themselves the moles.
They had
That's
a
not-
team name.
And what are we? The 2 foxes and the 2 humans? How many legs we got all together? 2, 4,
Or
8, 14.
14.
14 legs.
All right, you have 6 legs.
It's not that weird, all right?
But you're called Scratch, not Legs. Because
Uh,
I feel like all the moles, they were kind of based on their mutations. But like you're Scratch because you've got the scratches.
All right, well, I don't call you short or
You guys
skin
are calling me
or,
Grape.
or holes.
Same
It's
thing.
an arbitrary name. But Sleeves, it's your feet.
Yes,
Your feet,
I
sleeves.
do have sleeves on my feet. I like them. I made them myself.
I don't know that we established that in any of the descriptions, but Sleeves' boots, his black boots on his legs are less boots and go all the way up to his chest. So he has sleeves.
This is when we came up with the names back when we got intelligence and stuff. So we looked at each other and saw the most prominent thing.
Yeah, it's not like the legs grew in overnight. Like, are you saying we should call ourselves Teeth and Legs? Because that sounds worse.
Well, it does sound worse. That's just the philosophy that the moles used. But I like yours better.
Thank you. So the moles, they have a team name, but they kind of like took the easy way out because they're moles.
Yeah, I guess we're not all foxes and we're not all humans, so we can't use that.
We could split up and do 2 teams of 2, and then it'll be real easy.
But then we're not all like one team.
Yeah, that kind of defeats the purpose, Stretch.
All right.
Like what's something we all have in common?
A common purpose.
Save the
Do we
forest,
have a common purpose?
Save the forest, save the mountains.
I'm mostly just trying to keep Sleeves alive. I'll be frank with you guys.
We're all trying to stay alive.
We're the livers.
Livers?
So body parts. Oh, wait. We all have hair. We all have fur. We could be the furries.
You know, I kind of like that. It comes out the tongue pretty easy.
Yeah,
my
furries.
God.
The furries.
Furries.
Oh my God.
I got a lot of hair.
No, I can't argue. I mean, we've all got fur.
It's I would
Sort of.
say better than the livers.
Like,
So you're
Grape, you have more
the
fur
two
than
choices are the livers and the furries. What's everybody feeling?
Let's vote.
Who votes for livers? Okay, to our listeners at home, nobody is raising their hands but me.
Well, we can't just not be the furries.
I guess. So who
Now it's
votes
been
for
said.
furries? The furries.
Now at the beginning of every episode, you could say last episode, our furries bid.
Last episode, the furries came up with the team name. All right.
yeah, just look for us at #furry.
On our OnlyFans, where we interact with our fans. It's like, okay.
It's like paid furry content.
Okay.
No. Hang on. This is so marketable.
You guys have your finger on the pulse. You figured it out. You know what the kids like.
We're all hip and cool here.
So what's the plan for once you get to the Holler? Because you got a couple of talking foxes with you, and presumably you're going there to see if you can get a safe place to stay for the night. That means you might have to interact with people.
We could just not talk. You could put a trench coat on me.
No. You like the one
Oh yeah.
people who pretend to be like a big person.
Do you want to do 2 foxes in a trench coat?
It has to happen at some point.
I mean, we have the foxes and we have the trench coat. It would be foolish not to try it
And
just
then-
to see if it works.
Someone is the face in the,
Yeah,
in the
I
back.
could be on top as the human head.
The face in the hole in the back.
So
What is the plan?
Yeah.
2 foxes in a trench coat. Are you hoping are they just going to stay kind of in the back in the darkness so they don't see the fox head?
Yeah, it's late.
Yeah.
So we're still gonna do 2 foxes in a trench coat.
Yeah.
No one's gonna see them, hopefully.
If they do see us, they'll be like, that's a weird guy. They won't be like, that's a scary fox.
Okay.
You guys put scratch and sleeves, one on top of the other, and wrap the trench coat around them.
For the record, the foxes don't get the joke. We think this is a cool disguise that we've just come up with now on the spot.
Yeah, no. This is a good plan. This is a good plan.
We think it'll work.
This is going to work. You guys head towards the Holler to find a safe place to rest and figure out what you're going to do in the morning. And that's where we'll end this episode of Fire and Smoke, Blight and Bloom. If you want to keep up with the show, you can follow me on my Dungeons & Dragons TikTok account at WitchDunphy, WHICHDUNPHY. If you're enjoying the show so far, you could leave us a nice rating on Spotify. It would really help us out. We really appreciate it. Does anybody else have anything they want to say before the end of the episode?
Are you gonna put hashtag furry on all the TikToks?
You know, that might be
my
smart.
God.
That might be smart.
Because we're saying
We can
hashtag-
reach an entire new audience.
Yeah,
we
whoa,
haven't
this is gonna
touched
go
before.
crazy. People will be like, it's hashtag D&D and hashtag. I gotta click on this video.
There's honestly probably a
I-
sizable overlap between the two communities.
Yeah, I bet.
I have perfect respect for furries, and I don't take this bit in a diminishing fashion. Yeah, I guess we got our way into calling
Could have
us
been trail mix.
Oh,
trail mix.
We're in
would
the
have been
episode.
so
That's
good.
so
Sorry,
fire.
it just hit me now.
All right, guys, take it from the top. We go back.
And action. Oh my god! I can't believe we could have had trail mix, and now you guys are called the furries.
I didn't get to it fast enough.
I'm telling you, we needed a CC's run before we could actually
Yeah.
decide on that.
Guys, we're so hungry. He won't let us get food until we finish recording the episode.
I'm keeping everybody hostage.
I am a little hungry.
That's true.
My stomach's been like
Yep.
making noise.
I guess.
Yeah, put all
tune
your
in.
fan art on hashtag furry on Twitter, and we'll come check it out.
Please use hashtag fire and smoke. Please use hashtag Blight and
Yeah, but
bloom.
Hashtag fire and smoke. Hashtag blight and bloom. Hashtag furry.
If you use hashtag furry, we'll find it. We'll look for it and we'll find
Who's
it.
gonna look for it? Who's gonna look for
Phillip
it?
will look
You
for
are.
it. He'll compile
You
it and he'll
will.
show it to us the next time we get together to film, and we can do it like a reaction to all the furry art that you guys are making for us.
Oh. I guess tune in next episode to see the furries make their way to the Holler, where Odessa knows a safe place to rest.
Slate
Cut.
Cut.